Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review worth the buy or not on the new Kylie Cosmetics highlighters, blushes, and bronzers. I have them right here. I'm so excited about these. I actually went ahead and matched like my outfit to the color of the packaging because I mean we're about to enter into February, which is Valentine's Day season. Pink, and I just been really into pink lately, and then I saw the packaging like, let me go ahead and give this pink packaging a moment. If you guys want to continue watching and see my full thoughts on the new Kylie Cosmetics products, then please go ahead and do so. So Kylie Cosmetics just went ahead and launched a bunch of bronzers, highlighters, and blushes. I'm a huge fan of her highlighters. She has this highlighter in Salted Caramel. Oh my god, that is my absolute favorite highlighter by her. She just did such a good job with the formula. I'm gonna have it linked down below so you guys can go ahead and check that out. I just wanna go ahead and get into these because I am so excited. I already went ahead and did all my makeup. For foundation, I am wearing the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation, one of my favorites. And I'm also wearing my e.l.f. Pore Putty Primer and the Sicily Primer, which is so expensive, together, and they actually look really nice. So I just want to let you guys know what I'm wearing on the face so that you guys know, so that when we're applying this, you kind of know what base I'm starting with. So I went ahead and picked 3 of them because, I mean, first of all, I'm not on their PR. Second of all, I'm not going to spend $300+ on all of them because I know I wouldn't use all of them. So I try to pick the ones that I thought would be the most appealing to me. Now, it's kind of hard with Kylie Cosmetics or any online store because you don't really know what you're getting until you actually get it in person. So you can think that something may be absolutely beautiful and perfect, but then you get it and it may be too light or maybe too dark, not what you envisioned, and it just doesn't look as good. Okay, so I'm first going to be starting off with the Kylie Cosmetics bronze powder. This one is in Tequila Tan. So the reason I picked this one up was because the first ones were kind of too light for me. I knew that they just wouldn't work out. And then the other ones I felt like were too dark. Now I do have to say that Kylie Cosmetics did a great job of really going deep into the colors and really making colors that would suit deeper complexions and also colors that would suit fair complexions. And I feel like this one was one of the perfect in-between shades for me. I love her packaging in this. I love the fact that it has those drips that she's known for. Also, it has a nice mirror because sometimes when you're traveling, you just want to use a small mirror and apply your makeup and you're good to go. It also has like a plastic cover right here so that your mirror doesn't come dirty. And I mean, this front packaging, I love it. I really, really love it. So let's just go ahead and start off. I'm going to be taking this brush. This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH02. This is like a bronzing brush that I really enjoy to warm up the face. So we're going to go ahead and just dip into this. And there's a little tiny bit of fallout, nothing too crazy. And you can see this is what it looks like. And I'm just going to go on the forehead. Now, I typically like to use shades like Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I also like to use the Hoola Bronzer. I personally, for me, like to go more so for like a soft, kind of in between warm and cool, but not too warm where it's orange and not too cool where it's gonna make me look gray. So I feel like this is the perfect in-between shade for somebody that's looking for that happy medium because, I mean, do you see how it's giving me that nice bronzy look? I feel like this suits me perfectly. And it blends right into the skin. It's not giving me any harsh lines right here, which sometimes I can tend to see some bronzers do. So that's definitely a positive thing right off the bat. I know some people did compare this one to Tantastic by Marc Jacobs. I personally have never tried Tantastic, so I can't sit here and tell you it could be a dupe for it because these are much affordable than the Tantastic. I mean, that one has a lot more product, but I really like the fact that this is blending out so well, and I always like to gear towards these sorts of colors because I feel like these types of colors definitely give me that good warmth that I want without, like I just mentioned, giving you a fake bronze effect. Now, she also did come out with really cute names. This one's called Tequila Tan, which I think is so adorable. I did gravitate toward the name, kind of. I mean, I definitely had to make sure I picked out the right shade, but the name is just so cute. She does a really good job with all her names, and I feel like you can really tell that she really cares about, you know, everything that goes into these products, because I mean the detail and everything is fantastic. I do have to say that. And I think that this blended out so beautifully. Now I do want to say, I know some people like to bronze up their cheeks. I actually haven't been a big fan of that lately. I don't know what it's been. I just like to use my bronzer to kind of warm up my face and give it that added dimension, especially when I feel like my face is all looking one color and I want to really distribute something throughout the outer edges and kind of really give it some definition. I feel like that's what I've been using my bronzer for lately. And then for the cheeks is where I really just like to leave it with a blush. So we're gonna put this to the side and we're gonna move on to the blush. So this is the blush that I got right here, and the back, it has like this pink little situation and it says "We Are Going Shopping." That's the name of the blush color, and it looks like this. So the reason I decided to go with this blush, I felt like it was different than the shades that I've tried in the past, so I wanted to try something different. I'm always a big fan of Milani Luminoso. They also have Milani Coralina or something like that. And then I know that Benefit also has another blush that I'm a huge fan of, which is the California. And I love that one, but I feel like this is kind of like the perfect in between of all three of those shades. So I was like, let me go ahead and test this out, because I'm always gravitating towards those specific blushes that I was like, I need a new blush. So I heard really good things about these blushes. I know Nicole Concilio completely raved about the blush that the winter collection had. So I was like, I need to try this, because Kylie did say that this is the same formula as the blush from the winter collection. I'm glad that she did have a great range of blushes as well that can flatter people with very fair skin to people with very dark skin. So this is, I feel like, the perfect one for me. It kind of matches my nails, doesn't it? I need to get these done, but it kind of matches my nail color a little bit. So let's go ahead and apply this baby on. So I'm going to be taking my favorite blush brush. This is a brush from like Forever 21 from like 5 years ago that we all have those brushes that we're so attached to that we're never letting go, that we don't even know where the hell we got them, but they just always need to be in our life. So this is one that if one day it's gone, I'm going to cry, but I've had it for forever. So we're going to dip into this right here. And I'm gonna go in circular motions. Ooh, that is pretty. Oh my god, that is so beautiful. I really like this because I feel like it's not as dark as Milani Coralina or California by Benefit. I feel like those are really nice for the summer because they give you like a very nice like bam, like a very intense pop of color. I feel like with Luminoso it's beautiful as well, but I feel like right now, because I am a little bit more fair with the winter, I really have to build up that color so that you can see it. Let me go ahead and show you guys comparison. So this is Milani Luminoso and this is We're Going Shopping. You can see the difference. This one is definitely a little bit more lighter, and I feel like this one just gives you the perfect wash of pink there. And then compared to Coralina, it's definitely much more dark, like much more of a pop. I feel like California is more of an orangey blush. So I feel like this is a perfect color if you're looking for something subtle, but something that still looks really nice. I feel like sometimes when I do very intense eyeshadow like I have on right now, I get a little worried when I do certain blushes, which is why I always gravitate towards Luminoso when I'm doing an intense eyeshadow, because I don't want the blush to be so intense that it makes me kind of look clownish, having an intense eye and then an intense blush. I really picked this one because I really didn't have anything like this. As you guys can see, there's definitely differences in there. Those are the three that I always go for, but I feel like this one is definitely gonna be one that I'm really gonna be enjoying. It puts that color on so perfectly that I'm just like, okay, we are here for this. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the highlighter. So this was probably the trickiest one for me to pick out, just because there's so many highlighters in the industry. I feel like a lot of us probably own a lot of highlighters. So it's very rare to find a color that's really gonna stand out, that's gonna be different than what you have, that's gonna make you want to purchase it. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the main reason why I did purchase a highlighter was because I have such good experiences with Kylie Cosmetics highlighters that I knew I couldn't take this opportunity up. She did say that she created a new formula for all of these. Every time I saw somebody doing a video wearing the highlighters, it just looked absolutely blinding. so I was like, okay, I need this in my life. So I decided to go with something a little bit out of my comfort zone. Now this one is in the shade Ice Me Out. This one I would say is more so for people that have medium to like lighter skin tones, because you can definitely see that it has a little bit of that like champagne-y, but it also has a little bit of those reflexes of gold. I go ahead and take the Morphe M501. The reason I'm taking this brush instead of my typical ones is because this one has no product, and I really want to make sure that I just see this highlighter for what it is. So I'm going to be taking a little bit of this. Ooh. This one does have a little tiny bit of fallout in there, but it's nothing too crazy, but I'm just letting you guys know what I'm seeing. Okay, we're going to tap off a little bit of that extra, and we're going to really target it right here. Holy shit. Guys, that is some real intense highlight. That was just a little small press. That wasn't even me like really blending and like going to town with it. Wow. We're just gonna take it a little bit up here. Okay, I think that's all we're gonna do, because I don't wanna like, I have not been a fan. I don't think people do this that often anymore, but I remember when people used to like go from here to here, like this entire, it'd be like a line of highlight, which there's nothing wrong with it. People still do that and that's your jam. I just personally feel like through the years, as the years have, you know, come and left, I definitely am just a fan of applying my highlight right in this little section, because I clearly don't want it to enhance too much of this texture up here. I also feel like me applying the highlight all through here before really made that area texturized. Now that I don't apply highlight up there, I don't have as much texture. So that's just something that I noticed on my skin, which is why I only like to target right here. And plus I feel like that's the high point. So when I'm looking like this, and it's catching my glow, it goes directly right here. So in the pan, this definitely looks like it's a little bit of like a champagne color, but once you put it on, at least on my complexion, it looks more like of a white highlighter, like Pearl from Becca, or like I think Jeffree Star has one too that's like just a white highlighter. That's what it's translating on me, kind of almost silvery. I feel like now that I see it on my complexion, definitely not something I'm going to be able to wear in the summer, because it's going to look like I'm wearing like this intense highlighter. Like it's not going to look realistic for my complexion. It's going to look like I definitely need something else to kind of neutralize it, because I feel like it's too white. But I definitely feel like on somebody with fair skin, this would look very pretty and more so like flattering on their skin. But I do have to say, I'm obsessed with the fact that as soon as I just did one tap, it applied that intensely. Like I don't even need any MAC Fix Plus. Do you know what I mean? And there's nothing better than that, because when you know you don't need MAC Fix Plus to intensify your highlight, that's when you know the highlight made it. This glow is on another level. So now that we've put all of these products to the test, I'm gonna go ahead and put on some lipstick and kind of let this sit on my skin for a second while I kind of digest my thoughts. And then I'm gonna come back and give you guys my very first impressions and thoughts on these 3 products that I purchased. And I do kind of wanna do a wear test, I'm not gonna lie. So if you guys wanna stick around, then stick around so you guys can see the full thing come to life. So I am back. I put on some lipstick. I did like a combination of like 3 things, so I will have them listed down below in case you guys are interested in what they are. But I wanted to give you guys my thoughts, first impressions on these products that just went on my skin. So I have to say I'm super impressed with the quality and the formula of each one of these, and I know for a fact that no matter what blush you get, what bronzer you get, what highlighter you get, it's going to be the same exact formula for each one of those. I did go ahead and go onto Kylie Cosmetics Instagram page. They have like such a beautiful pink theme going on that I'm like, yes, thank God I went for this look today, because we are all pink. Now, do I think it was a little too close to the Valentine's Day collection? I do, especially for those people that went ahead and purchased like the whole bundle, which I want to say was like $300 and something or even $400. I can't imagine being them and then seeing the Valentine's Day collection and you're like, wait, I just spent a bag. Now I gotta spend another bag. So I totally get that. It's a little rough how they just come up with it super fast. I wish that she would have launched this a little bit earlier, but I mean, I feel like the start of the year is always really hectic, so you just kind of have to like go with the flow. Let's go ahead and really quickly talk about the shades. So they actually came out with 6 shades of each thing. I think I said it was 7, but it's really close, 6 shades, and I feel like Tequila for me was great. Maybe it's because of my skin complexion right now. The first one is Khaki, then it's Tequila, then it's Toasty, Almond, Tan and Gorgeous, and Tawny Miami. I personally feel like Tequila Tan in between Khaki and Toasty was the perfect shade for me, because I feel like the shade Toasty was a little too gray for me, and the shade Khaki would just, you wouldn't be able to see that on me. And then Almond was way too dark for my complexion. So I feel like they did a pretty decent job of coming out with colors that really fulfilled everybody. And then for the blushes, they had a bunch, and that's where I really struggled with, was because I feel like with blushes, like I mentioned earlier, I'm trying really hard to only buy things that I actually really need, and that I don't have already something similar to. So I felt like We're Going Shopping was the perfect one for me. This is the swatch that I saw. Like I mentioned, with this swatch, it's hard to tell because this girl's much fairer than I am. So I kind of just went off the colors more so than anything else. Now, I do love the We're Going Shopping. I would love to try Baddie on the Block next, because I think Baddie on the Block is really beautiful. But I'm really hoping they launch the complexion products, like the blushes, highlighters, and bronzers in store, so that I can really swatch. And I promise you, Kylie, if you do that, I will be purchasing all of them. Because, I mean, when you're in store seeing something, you're feeling it and you're testing it, it just is so much better than like seeing it online. Now, these retail for $18, the blushes. The bronzers also retail for $18, which I think isn't a bad price at all, because usually for like the high end, like Benefit, it's expensive unless you get that little mini travel size. I would say it's kind of in between drugstore price and high end, but I feel like it's closer to drugstore. Like if you're getting a drugstore product nowadays, like Christine's Formula or something like that, they do kind of range within like $16 or so. So it's not too far off. And then the last ones are the highlighters, and the highlighters, I mean, that formula is popping. Now, I do want to say that eventually I probably will purchase the gold one, which is Dreaming of Diamonds, because I feel like that one in the summer, and I feel like this is one of those formulas that I feel like for $18, it's definitely worth a buy. Like, it's better than a lot of high-end ones that you see at Sephora. You guys saw that little thing that we packed on there, just bam. So these retail for $20. So the highlighter, you get 0.34 ounces. The blush, you get 0.26 ounces. And the bronzer, you get 0.39 ounces. You actually get the most product in the bronzers, and then the highlighters, and then the blush. And you get great packaging, a good mirror, and we're ready to go. So those are pretty much all my thoughts. So far, I think that these are definitely some cool new additions to Kylie Cosmetics, but I do have to say, I'm so ready for her Valentine's Day collection, guys. I may actually even expedite my order so that I can get it early so I can do a Valentine's Day look. Maybe. Just stay tuned for that. But what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I wanna wear this on my skin for the rest of the day. I also wanna give you guys a little clip of this in natural daylight so you guys can see how the colors look in different lighting, because sometimes this lighting can be a little bit misleading for us. So I definitely want you guys to see that. But stay tuned for my full end little hoorah. So I'll see you then. Okay guys, so I am back. Right now it is 5:31 p.m. and I'm about to head out to the gym after I remove this makeup, of course. I'm not gonna go out like this. But I have to say, I am living for what I'm seeing. As a whole, I just am in love with this look. Like, this is a vibe. This outfit, this makeup, earrings, a vibe. So I will have them all listed down below in the description box, and they're all on a budget. Well, the outfit is outfit, so yeah. But yeah, I will have all that jazz down below so you guys can go ahead and check it out in case you're interested in the makeup details, outfit details, you know what I mean? So let's just move on to the actual product. I have to say, I'm really impressed. So the first thing I want to say is the one that I was kind of least impressed with, not formula-wise. Formula-wise is excellent, but just color-wise was definitely the highlighter. I was expecting it to be a little bit more on the gold side. Where is it? I feel like in the picture, it looked a little bit like right here, I feel like it kind of looks like it has like some champagne gold in there, but I feel like on my cheek, it translates like a white You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's like very like bam in your face. And I don't have an issue with that, but I feel like lately I've been really into a more like natural highlight, like something that looks like it's my skin. But I do feel like if I were to mix this in with another one of her highlighters, I think it would be great. So I went ahead and went on the website to just kind of browse and see what they had. The one, I think it's called Dreaming of Diamonds. It's like that really gold one. I think that would be really nice paired with this one, like mixed together. The reason why I do think this is still worth it is because this formula is absolutely amazing. Like, as soon as I put that on my like little cheekbone, it literally was shining, like beaming. And I used a little bit of the product, and I also didn't go in with a heavy hand. I just like tapped it and bam, it was like a twinkle. And as you can see, the packaging has upgraded by 1,000, so that's always a good thing. I just like the packaging now so much better. I feel like they did a great job, and I feel like for the price you pay, $20 with packaging and anything, it's not bad at all, especially because I feel like it's an in-between drugstore, like high-end price. So now I'm gonna move on to the bronzer. So this is the one that I was the most impressed with. Like, I was really surprised at how good this performed. I really wasn't expecting much of this, and I'm very picky with bronzers, which is why I literally wear the same bronzers all the time. To be honest, I'm just kind of cheap. I don't want to spend like $30+ on a bronzer. For me, that's not realistic. There's other things that I like spending my money on, like foundations, primers, stuff like that. And bronzer just isn't one of those, so I always stick to the same ones, which is why I always use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and the Benefit Hoola Bronzer. That's it. I don't really go out of that realm. But because these are so affordable, they're $18, I think for me, I can do that. That's my max, you know? And I didn't think that these were gonna be like extremely amazing. I didn't expect anything of them, to be honest, but I was really pleasantly surprised with this. I feel like it applied so well. It didn't look patchy or blotchy or muddy. It was the perfect shade for my complexion, and that's very hard for me because I feel like things can either be too gray or they can be way too warm and look orange, and I do not like that orange vibe. It's just not for me. So I'm really happy because I feel like Tequila Tan is the perfect in-between bronzer shade. If you've been looking for a really nice in-between color that isn't too gray, isn't too warm, this is gonna be the one for you. So now moving on to the blush. This one was amazing. Like, I was really impressed. Another color that I really like. You're my BFF. Like, this is so good. So what happened was with this one, I was going in and out because there were so many color choices, and I knew that I didn't want to be repetitive with a color that I already had. I wanted something different, but I didn't want something that was going to be too different where when I got it, I was like, what is happening? So I felt like this one, which is We're Going Shopping, was the perfect color for me. Like I mentioned, I felt like it was a perfect in between my favorite blushes that I currently own, and also like bronzers. Blushes is not one that I'm gonna go to Sephora and be like, okay, today I'm gonna spend $35 on a new blush. That's just not gonna happen for me. No, no thank you. So I really love the fact that with this one, it's $18, and with $18, we get really good quality. You can see also like the bronzer, it became one with my skin. It did not like rub off through the day. It stayed just as pigmented. I know with some blushes, bronzers, and highlighters, through the day they sheer out. These did not sheer out. They still look perfectly in place, and it's been about like 6 hours, like 6.5 hours. So that's a really good thing. Those are all my thoughts on the products. I am so excited about these. I can't wait to get my hands on more. Ulta, please carry them soon because I just don't want to keep effing up when I go on the website and order the wrong thing, you know? I hope that you guys did enjoy watching this video. And if you did enjoy watching this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Lets me know to continue doing these types of videos. And also, if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. I would love for you to become a member of family here on YouTube. So please go ahead and subscribe down below. And also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video, because I know sometimes YouTube, you're a little shady. So with that being said, go ahead, do those things if you haven't done so already. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, like this video, tell your friends to subscribe. Come on, let's get the party started. So I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.